Hello guys, it's your boy AD back with another video. 93 so you're gonna be with Naruto and Hanabi with Prodigy Couple Part 3. So yeah, get this video 35 like for next part, and yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think about this what if. So yeah, in the description down below. Anyways, so following you, let's just get the video started.
Yeah! I will not let you destroy my world!
Before we start this video, I just want to apologize for any background noise or if I messed this up, because yeah, I'm a dumbass. But yeah, anyway, so we start this wave off with Hinata Hyuga, who was inside the Hyuga compound, standing over a side branch member who just got used as target practice for her gentle fist, as this was the daily routine ever since Naruto and Hanabi got banished. She wanted revenge on her sister. She hated her for stealing her love away from her, and also she wanted to make sure that she regrets doing such thing. Basically she wanted to make sure that Hanabi regret taking Naruto away from her. As just thinking about it made her Byakugan glow white, not out of love or power, just of pure hatred and anger. As then she said next, and another side branch members appeared with in a fighting position, as they started to fight, and he got all of his chakra points closed off in a second, and Hinata didn't hold back at all, so his chakra points couldn't be reopened so easily unless he was a Jinchuriki and his demon was willing to give him power and reopen his chakra points for him. But that was not the case in this situation, so he had to stay there basically and suffer with his chakra points closed. As we now skip to the Hokage building, we see Kakashi, Hiruzen, Tsunade in the council, as then Hiruzen says, I have decided that the fifth Hokage will be Lady Tsunade of the Slug Sunning, as the three, as basically, fuck, I messed it up again. So basically he says, I've decided that the first Hokage will be Lady Tsunade of the three legendary Sunnings and the daughter of the first Hokage. Is there any objections? As Danzo raised his hand, but no one paid him any mind whatsoever. As Hiruzen handed the hat over to Tsunade, which she gracefully accepted. And we skip later on that day. Tsunade was sitting in her new desk as the Hokage, with Hiruzen there in the room, basically just chilling on his couch. And Kakashi, as they were basically drawing on Tsunade's face, which basically is gonna be the Hokage Mountain. They basically were helping Tsunade decide how she should basically. They were helping her draw the paper for the face thingy. As basically a puff of smoke appears in the room, and a toad appears out of the smoke and gave them a letter. As the letter says, from Jiraiya, saying, Tsunade, how have you been? I heard that you are becoming the fifth Hokage. Congratulations on that. I will try to come back to the village as soon as possible, so I can see you and go out with you on that date. And also tip for your Hokage face, you need to put your biggest assets with basically a happy face there, and basically everybody understood that they made Tsunade's build basically. And yeah, anyways, how is Naruto doing? Is he freaking a ladies man and shit? like his father. And I know I didn't plan to get in contact with him so soon, but I want to take him on a training trip for 3 years of the academy so he can protect himself against a new group that just started a couple months ago. I don't know too much about them, but I know that they're after the Terror Beast, but I don't know why. So we need to make him be able to protect himself from the group. And I heard that a rumor that a dear friend of Ochima will join the organization, so that basically can tell you how dangerous they are. Then Tsunade says who is Naruto and why does Jiraiya care about him. As then the third gets a look on his face as he then explains who Naruto is and his heritage and everything like that. And then she says, "Where is he? How come I haven't heard anyone talking about him?" As then he says, "Well, have you heard anyone say something about a demon?" Hold up. All right. Have you heard anyone talking about a freaking demon? Funny, the biggest like. Oh my gosh. I keep messing it up somehow again. Have you heard of anybody talking about a demon being gone? She basically says, but what does this have to do with anything? As he wasn't lowered his head in shame. As then she says, wait, is he the one they were talking about that got banished? With total shock on her face. As then she says, just how are you guys gonna tell this to Jiraiya? As we now skip to the forest outside of the Net of Fire, as we see Killer B and the Raikage A walking, basically, walking around looking for someone. As B was rapping, as he said, "Yo, fool, you fool, where's those little fool?" Oh my gosh, I can't do this thing right, bro. Alright, I'm gonna try. "Yo, fool, what is little fools? You feel me?" As Beast got slammed in the face by Ace, basically punching him, saying stop rapping for the. Oh my gosh. Basically, Ace says stop rapping as we're pretty close. As we skip over to Naruto and Hanabi, as they walk down the cave, they see water. As they basically, it was like a river, but didn't have a lot of current, so it wasn't like super strong. As then they basically jump in. As they swim to the end where they see a metal door, as they basically go up and but it was locked. So Hanabi used her eyes to see through the metal and stuff and managed to basically unlock it. As they opened it and realized that this place had everything that they needed inside of it. It had all sorts of weapons, shuriken, kunai, chakra paper, scrolls, everything that a ninja could ever need. As they started to seal all of it away, it was thousands of materials, enough to run a whole village for a while. As they basically were not masters in weapons or sealing anything in seals or anything, but they could make some seals like a S. Oh my gosh, bro! Like a couple of freaking draining seals, like chakra draining seals, and a storage seal, basically like these simple seals and stuff like that. But they could tell that those items were basically top notch. Like they were basically the best that people can find. As basically Naruto looked at Hanabi and realized that she was really wet, almost as if she wasn't wearing any clothes. Basically, she was like that, kind of. So yeah, as Naruto started to blush, as Hanabi asked him, "What is it?" As then Naruto just pointed at her, as she looked down and realized why he was basically blushing at that, as she started to blush as well, then walked up to him. No, not walk up to him. Fuck, I keep messing it up. Oh my gosh, bro. Basically, she walked up to him and whispered in his ears, "So, do you like what you see?" In a kind of a slut like voice, while her boobs were basically going over Naruto, making his body go into overdrive and pass out with a nosebleed. As basically Hanabi giggled to herself as she basically went off and cleaned herself off and shit, like dry herself off. And he woke up about 10 minutes later to see Hanabi laying down next to him, as everything was already sealed away at this point. As they basically, he asked what happened, as then Hanabi said, "Oh, I just dried off and waited for you to wake up." As now to remember what made him pass out, as he blushes a little bit, but not that hard. As then basically, he was basically trying to, trying to basically tell Hanabi to basically get ready to go. He was basically sent flying into the wall by a kick from the Raikage A, as then Hanabi tried getting up to help Naruto, but was pulled and stabbed by 4 tentacles, which was holding on to each of her limbs, making her not be able to move at all. As then Naruto says, "Who are you?" As A says, "How dare you come to a village? How dare you to come to a village armory storage thingy, like a storage where we put our weapons and stuff, and then ask us who we are." As fuck. Oh my gosh, I keep messing it up. Basically, you two are going to die. As then Naruto says, "What are you talking about?" As then B says, "We're from the powerful cloud, you fool. Ain't you see the cloud symbol on the roof, you fool?" As Naruto would look up to see the ceiling, basically a giant cloud symbol. As he gulped, as in says, "We didn't see that." Then Naruto says, we will give your stuff back." As A with his teeth basically, as then Naruto and Hanabi unsealed everything, as then B let go of Hanabi, as then they tell them to basically leave. As then Naruto says, "Wait, your village was attacked by the a.dTHEweebs not too long ago, right? So you need some money, right?" As then it says, "Yes, why?" As Naruto smiles and says, "I'm willing to buy those weapons," pointing at basically the weapons and stuff like that. As then he says, "If you wouldn't even have enough money." Then Naruto turn around and unsealed a pack of money basically and says, "Is that enough?" As then A was kind of shocked and says, "Where'd you get that?" As then he smiled, as he says, "Those are my father's money, the for Hokage." I was doing a flashback. Before Naruto told the Hokage, he went to the Namikaze compound and unsealed everything away back to he basically sealed everything away due to him realizing that he's Minato's son and was already planning on leaving the village if the Hyugas were getting on his ass. But he got banished, so it was even better for him at this point. And basically, he went to them. We go back to the present as he realized how he looked similar to Minato. As then he says, "So you're his son. You're coming with me or else." As he basically grabbed Hanabi, and lightning basically was all over his arm, and he pointed it at her neck, basically in the stabbing neck motion. As Naruto says that her goal, as A says, "Then come with us." As then Naruto started to walk around, as he says, let me think about it. As he sealed everything away in the process, as then B, he gave B the money, basically just pulling at him. As then B started to, A started to scream. Basically, A started to scream as Naruto puts some of the Naruto's chakra into the ground and basically send it to A, basically disturbing his chakra for a bit due to basically now the chakra being demonic chakra, and put it into his feet, going to the ground and into A, making his body basically damaged, and his chakra core was basically kind of fucked up, but not too bad, as A basically dropped to the ground, letting Hanabi go basically. As Hanabi then went to Naruto as they disappear. As A basically got up and says, I want them in the bigger book. Now, as B and A went back to the village, as then Naruto and Hanabi appeared a long distance away, with Naruto collapsing to the ground due to him using a lot of chakra. And then he thought, as then Hanabi helped basically him up, and they basically walk away. We skip over to Jiraiya, who just appeared near the hot springs as sorry about that. He basically just appeared near the hot spring as he started to peep into the woman's bath. But today was a special day. He saw something that made him a giant nosebleed. He saw Tsunade was naked, like not even anything covering her. It was getting squeezed by about 10 other girls' boob due to them trying to get an autograph from the new Hokage and basically the idol of all the girls and shit. As in, basically Jiraiya almost died from bloodless. As then we skip later on that day, Jiraiya entered the Hokage office as he looked at Tsunade with a giggle to himself. As then Tsunade was kind of nervous, as then he didn't realize that he was looking straight at her chest. As then basically Jiraiya says, so how have you been, Tsunade? With a big smile on his face. As then Tsunade says she's been doing alright. As then we skip half an hour later with Jiraiya and Tsunade basically have been catching up. As then Jiraiya says, so where is he? As then Tsunade explained what happened to Jiraiya. As Jiraiya was pissed off as he started to scream. Then as he asked him how long did he leave for, like how long have you been banished for, as and where did he go, as they say about 2 weeks ago, and we don't know where he went, but the last known location was somewhere in the Cloud Village, in the land of, like in the Lightning Country. Yeah, Lightning Country, my bad. As he basically left and predicted he had an encounter with the Wakage basically. So yeah, anyways. Jiraiya basically left the Leaf Village. We kind of left it, but like not literally. He didn't slash his headband or anything like that. He just isn't in the Leaf no more. Like he's not coming to the Leaf. He's just like, yeah, I'm taking a break pretty much. And basically he left and put most of his spy network to look for Naruto and Hanabi. As then we skip over to Naruto, who just found a small village, as him and Hanabi went inside the village. As then they go to the tavern like area, like kind of like a bar. As they got themselves clean and shit, and they wanted to eat them some food, so they went to the bar and shit like that. Oh my gosh, I messed it up again. Fuck. God dang it. Basically, they got themselves clean and went to eat some food and everything like that. As then they went to sleep. As we skip to the next day, Naruto and Hanabi were having a good day as they were on a date enjoying themselves. As then Hanabi dragged Naruto inside of a building, a bar to be more specific. As then they opened the door as they walk up to the counter, as they basically got up there and basically buy a bottle and 2 cup, basically, as they basically were walking to a table till they noticed that there was a group of men standing around a table, as there was a girl in the middle sitting in a chair, but that wasn't what took Naruto's attention, but it was her hair. It was crimson red. But guys, this is pretty much what I'm going to go. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed. 35 like for the next one, and yeah, let me know what you guys thought of this, and without further ado, I'm gonna be out for now. Peace.